dopamine, motivation, and hacking the brain. One of the most effective ways to increase motivation and actually get things done is to encourage your brain to release dopamine. Hello, I'm the creator of a science-based motivational neuroscience channel, and today I want to talk to you about dopamine. Dopamine is a chemical molecule released in the brain, and one of its most important roles is giving you motivation, the drive to start tasks and to finish them. When dopamine is released in your brain, your focus improves, you perform tasks with higher quality, learning becomes easier, memory becomes stronger, and your brain begins to label what you're doing as valuable. Now, here's the good news. You can actually hack your brain and encourage it to release dopamine on purpose. And by doing that, you can build motivation even for harder tasks. One of the simplest and most scientific ways to do this is to write a daily list of very simple tasks. When you complete one of these tasks, consciously tell your brain, I am doing exactly what I said I would do. At that moment, your brain feels rewarded and dopamine starts to be released. That dopamine gives you more energy, more momentum, and more motivation to do the next task. But what do I mean by a task list? Exactly. I mean writing tasks that are very simple, very short, and easy to complete. For example, make my bed, empty the dishwasher, tidy up my desk. Tasks that take very little time, are not difficult, and have a high chance of being completed. What you should not do is fill your list with heavy, unrealistic tasks. For example, run 10 kilometers, read 200 pages of a book, work 8 hours, sleep 8 hours. This has the opposite effect, because when your brain sees a list that it cannot realistically complete, instead of releasing dopamine, it shuts motivation down completely. So, what's the right approach? To encourage dopamine release, write a list of easy tasks. Complete those simple tasks. Your brain releases dopamine, and then you use that dopamine to move on to harder tasks, such as reading 10 pages of a book, learning a new language, doing school or university assignments, completing daily work responsibilities, or any goal that once felt difficult to start. Over time, your brain learns one powerful rule: action equals reward. And that is exactly how long-term sustainable motivation is built. If you want to understand how your brain really works and learn how to use neuroscience to build motivation, willpower, and better habits, subscribe to this channel, because here we don't rely on motivation myths. We rely on brain science.